From her hit Netflix special to the First Wives Club reboot to our studio, Michelle Buteau brings the laughs wherever she goes. That includes the pages of her hilarious new book, Survival of the Thickest. And I am so excited to catch up with her now. Michelle, how are you?
Yay! I'm doing the best I can within a pandemic and an important election and, just trying to do a peaceful transfer emotionally.
I know, aren't we all? Geez, my God. But I want to know, though, when you had the time to write this book, because I'm kind of like annoyed that you're crushing this quarantine.
Oh no, do you hear my kids running downstairs? Okay. Well, that's so funny you say that because I've been mulling on this idea for like 5 or 6 years now, just sort of like making notes. And I'm like, I don't have time to write a book. And then I started podcasting and doing storytelling shows. I'm like, these stories are important. And I've just went through something very traumatic.
Yeah.
Going through IVF and then like eventually surrogacy and, telling these stories on stage in a dark room really felt healing, not only for me, but for other people. And I'm just like, wow, I think the time is now to sort of figure out how to write this book. And so how I wrote it, girl, I don't know. I just like typed till I fell asleep at the typewriter. The typewriter? What is this, 1982?
I know. So
oh my God, I'm showing my age.
No, by the way, I got all your references. So that says something about me too. Reading this book, I learned that we have a lot of things in common. I too had my best friend sleep with my boyfriend in high school.
She better be watching you on TV
messed up. That's some awful stuff. But I was also like, with everything in this book, we've gotten to know each other a little bit over the last couple of years, but there were some revelations in there. Also lost a tooth in 30 Rock.
What? We are part of a small club.
I know. Oh my God, that is some scary stuff. Anyway, I feel like I ask a lot of people this question when they write a book about themselves, and it's, did you have any apprehension writing these stories about yourself? But I feel like one of the things that makes your comedy so good and this book so good is that you are an open book, that you're so honest, and you do say that you want to live in your truth. Is that easy for you, or is that something that you work on?
I mean, it's easier for me once I'm on the other side of it. If you would have told me at 18 to 22, hey, can you write about being sexualized by older men because you have really big boobs and you might need a breast reduction to even be comfortable, or any of that stuff?
Yeah.
Like body shaming for no reason just because you're born that way. I would have said no. But, once I'm on the other side of it, then absolutely, because then I can sort of see it clearly, which is, I think, how you can write or even talk about grief. It's important to mourn, but once you're on the other side of it, it's like, okay, just realize that you just been through something real crazy. Yeah. Even if it's good, there's this feeling that happens after planning a wedding where people get sad.
Yeah.
Because it's over, but, it's just beginning. Like, take that joy with you, into your married arguments.
Yeah. Yeah. You're very open about IVF and surrogacy. When I was reading those chapters, I was almost in tears because my heart was breaking for you. I had one miscarriage. And so I can't even imagine having to go through that 4 times.
Yeah.
And the fact that you went through those things and then had made the decision to not kind of share that with people, and you shot a pilot. And I mean, how was it going through that and kind of keeping it to yourself?
Again, like wild, but I try to share it with friends, but it was a lot of unsolicited advice, like, maybe if you lost weight, maybe if you worked less, maybe if you ate this. And so I realized, I can't really share my pain with people.
Yeah.
Not everyone, at least. And that was really hard. But the great thing about my job is that I get to be happy clown. And so, those shows and those pilots were for me just as much as everybody else, just to maintain some sort of normalcy. And, sometimes they would just cross over where I'd just be saying something really funny, but also crying at the same time because I'm super hormonal. Yeah. And everyone was like, wow, you're such a good actress. I said,
Yes.
I am.
Yeah.
So, it goes back to, you never know what someone's going through. I mean, look at Chadwick Boseman. You just never know the pain that someone's going through, but they still need to show up, and do the best job that they can.
Well, I mean, there's a happy ending because you have your beautiful twins. Oh my God. And they're like the most adorable little nuggets that I just want to like squeeze them. But so you and them are on the cover of Parents Magazine after having gone through what you went through. Like, what does it feel like to be on the cover?
Wow, what a win. Just like what a crazy win.
All right. Well, listen, I love this book. It has some serious stories, but it's also obviously going to be very funny. I was laughing out loud. So the book is out everywhere. Everybody go pick it up. Michelle, it's so good to see you, my darling. I hope to see you in person soon. We'll swab and bake.
I know. Let's go get some floss and eat some candy.